Good morning. We're going to begin our asana practice with some pranayama breathing. Ground through the feet, interlace your fingers directly under your chin. Inhale, exhale, elbows touch, head comes down. Inhale, lift your elbows up all the way to the sky. Exhale, elbows touch. We're inhaling through the nose and exhaling, open your mouth, creating a ha sound. Make sure to draw your shoulders away from the neck. With each inhale, inhale to open up the rib cage. Exhale, bring your elbows to touch, elbows away from chest. Inhale, elbows up. Exhale, everything out. Make sure that the feet are grounded, legs are locked, maximum weight is on the heels. Feel your kneecaps lift off the ground. Inhale, deepest breath, exhale, every count of air out. Inhale, count 1, 2, 3, 4, exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. And release your fingers back into mountain pose. We're going to inhale our hands overhead. Exhale. We're going to fold forward, hollow your belly in. Fingers touch the ground first. Exhale, place your hands onto the mat, head to knees. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, get on your toes, head to knee, feeling down. Inhale, all the way up. Exhale, mini back bend, pull your hips forward to the front wall. Exhale, tuck your belly in, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. You can place your hands on your shins as well for a variation. And coming all the way back up. Exhale, back bend, draw your hips forward. Maximum weight is on the heels. Exhaling into the forward fold. Inhale, come to a flat back. Exhale. And this is our flow for today. Hands all the way back up. Take a few deep breaths, side to side. All your fingers are interlaced, except for your index fingers. We're moving from side to side, warming up our back, our vertebrae. Begin to circle with the spine. Inhaling as you roll forward, exhaling as you roll back up. Warming up all our joints. We can do this slowly or at a faster pace. If your spine is rather stiff, you might want to try moving at a faster pace. We're going to inhale, lift to the sky, exhale, shift our maximum body weight onto the right foot, push, exhale, back, inhale, back up, exhale to the left side. Lift your chin from your chest, and exhale, forward fold. Hands come onto the floor. Inhale, flat back. Exhale. Inhaling mountain. Exhale, hands to heart center. Step to the back of your mat. Come to our forward fold. Gently walk your hands to the front of the mat and come into high plank. We're going to exhale into chaturanga, engaging our core, push back up into high plank. Exhale, chaturanga, inhale, upward facing dog. Draw your shoulders away from your neck and exhale into your downward facing dog, rolling over your toes. Take a few deep breaths here. And you can walk your feet out, walking your right, then your left. Then coming up onto your toes, you're going to hollow your belly all the way in, come to what we call a banana back. Feel that opening of the upper spine. Place your feet back onto the mat. Taking a few deep breaths here. Inhale your left foot up to the sky. Exhale, place it in between your hands. We're going to come into a high lunge. Inhale your hands up. Front foot is ideally at a 90-degree angle. Try to keep your back knee as straight as possible. Inhale and suck your belly in towards your spine. Exhale. We're going to come into a warrior two. Back foot is perpendicular to the front foot. And both arms in a straight line. Inhale and exhale. We're going to come into triangle. Your index and third finger are in between your two toes. Inhale back up. Exhale, reverse warrior, dancing warrior. And we're going to come into straight both feet. Exhale, come all the way down. Place your hands on your knees, shins, ankles, or behind the heels ideally. And slowly work your way to placing your forehead onto the mat. Deep breaths here. Play around with shifting your body weight onto your toes and then your heels, noticing how you're stretching out the hamstrings, and inhale back up, right foot steps into the left, exhale your hands back down to mountain pose. Inhale your hands up to the sky. Exhale, step your left foot onto the mat. We're going to come into balancing stick. Lift through the right foot as you bend your core down. Lift, lift, lift. Exhale, step back. Beautiful. Exhale, forward fold. And this time you can place your hands under your heels and come into deep forward fold. Exhale, walk your hands to the front of the mat. High plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, curl your toes underneath your feet, downward facing dog. This time we're going to inhale the right foot up to the sky. Inhale that foot up. Exhale, place it in between the hands. Inhale, high lunge. Beautiful. Suck in the belly. Make sure that your hips are squared, facing one direction. Lower down your shoulders. Relax your shoulders from your neck. And exhale into your warrior two. Back leg is is perpendicular. And shift that left hip down. We're going to come into our Trikonasana, making sure that we're in one line with the torso, and reverse warrior. Open that shoulder up, open through the right shoulder, look up to the sky. Exhale, warrior two, step your foot back, mountain. Inhale your hands up to the sky. We're going to come into balancing stick on the other foot. Step your right foot down, and immediately left foot comes up, torso comes down, and you're pulling from both sides. Left foot pulls out, torso pulls down. There we go. It's a 10-second posture, one of the shortest postures in our asana practice. Inhale your hands up. Exhale, sit into chair. Tuck your pelvic bone in. Hollow your belly in. Exhale. Oh, whoops. Too windy. Exhale, inhale your belly in. And we're going to twist to the left. Bring the right knee back. Make sure that it's not popping outside the left. Right hip back. And move to the other side. Place our feet a little more than hip distance width apart, getting ready to come into a squat. Slowly lower down your pelvic bone toward the ground. Place your hands into prayer. Inhale, lift through the collarbone, and exhale, press your elbows into your inner thigh. You really want to open up through your shoulder blades, open up through the collarbone to really feel the opening in the hips. Breathe. Slowly come up. Inhale, lift your left toes. Exhale, other side. Inhale, both toes, strengthening the ankles. Inhale your hands overhead. Exhale, coming all the way down. Place your palms onto the ground directly underneath your shoulders. Shift your gaze forward. Bend your knees into your armpits and play around with bringing first the right leg up, then the left leg up, keeping the core nice and engaged. Breathe. And this is our crow pose. Play with straightening the arms into crane and slowly, gracefully coming down back into your squat. Again, making sure that the back is nice and straight to fully feel the benefits of this pose. Inhale, come all the way back up. Exhale, back down. Inhale, exhale, jump into plank or step. Exhale, chaturanga, upward facing dog. Push back into your downward facing dog on the exhale. And stay here for a few breaths. Bring your right foot to the outside of the right arm and come onto the forearms of the arm. The right foot should be at about 2 o'clock, and you can lower down the left knee onto the ground if that's available to you. Curl your spine and keep your head down. For an external rotation of the hip, you can roll your foot to the outside. Lower down, come into your flow, and back into downward facing dog. We're going to do the same thing on the other side, remembering that you can always lower down the right knee onto the ground for modification. Uncurling the toes as you do so. Again, for that deeper external rotation of the hip, roll on to the left side of the foot, making sure that your head is nice and hunched down. Press back into your downward facing dog. Bend your knees and look up, jump towards the front of your mat. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, head to knee. Inhale, flat back up. Exhale, release the arms into mountain pose. On an exhalation, step your feet about 3 feet apart. Square your hips. Right foot faces forward. Left foot is turned out slightly. Inhale, reach for the sky. Exhale, come down with a flat back. And try to get your lips to touch your knee. Making sure that the hips are nice and squared, consistently pushing the left hip forward and right hip back. Squaring the hips. We're going to shift all our body weight to the front foot, keeping our hands onto the ground. Inhale, come into a standing split. Exhale. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise all the way up to the sun. Exhale, coming into our mini back bend flow. Exhale, forehead to knee. And step your feet 3 feet apart again. Square the hips. You can place your hands onto your hips to check the alignment. And again, onto the other side. Pushing this time our right hip forward, left hip back. And then putting all our weight onto the front foot, coming into the standing split here. Take one more deep breath, forehead to knee. Exhale, gracefully come down. Inhale, come to your flat back. Exhale, kneel down. Gently, we're going to move ourselves to the ground. Lift yourself into boat pose, and we're going to get into some core work here. Trying to keep the legs as straight as possible. Lock your arms. We're going to do some V-sit push-ups, and then coming all the way back down to the ground. Lift the left foot up towards the chest. Hug the knee in, drawing it away from heart center towards the left shoulder. Making sure that the chin is tucked in the chest, breathing deeply. Switch legs. Knee away from the heart center, towards the right shoulder. If your calf is coming off the ground, make sure to flex the feet when knee comes into chest. Bring both knees in and grab opposite elbows, chin into chest. Breathe. Exhale, and into happy baby pose, grabbing the feet and rocking from side to side, opening up your hips, and just hang here for a few breaths. Bring your right foot to cross over the left. Interlace your fingers over the left knee if that's available to you. Otherwise, grab under the knee. And on an exhale, bring that knee in towards the chest. Switch legs after holding for a few deep breaths. Again, chin in towards chest. This is stretching out our erector spinae, my favorite muscle group. Then we're going to lift the right leg up towards the sky. Exhale, bend the knee, and coming into a twist. Placing the knee onto the ground, trying to keep both shoulders aligned onto the ground, and look to the other side. Exhale, come to the other side, grab the knee, move it towards the floor, keeping both shoulder blades on the ground, look the opposite way. For both of these, you're going to take at least 5 deep breaths before coming into Shavasana. Lay here, relax. Close your eyes, breathe deeply. Lay here for at least 5 to 10 minutes before coming into seated. When seated, bring your hands to heart center. To end the practice, we're going to share a chant meaning Om, peace, peace, peace. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Namaste. May peace be with you.